everyone, Bowlfish over here. For this week's vlog, I wanted to share some of my daily workout routine with you. Since spring is coming, summer is just around the corner. Hopefully for the ones who watch this video can get some inspirations to get your beach body ready. So I usually work out 5 or 6 times out of a week, and I have kept this habit for almost 10 years. I go to the gym less often ever since the pandemic, like twice a week. But every time when I hit the gym, I try to get the most out of it. I don't really have a personal coach, but I do have the experience of having one. So I kind of know how it goes. And for now, I usually follow the exercises in the app called Keep for my weight training. And for home workouts, I follow the YouTuber called Pamela. I feel like the most important part out of the workouts thing is actually if you're able to keep it up. You must have seen people playing with their cell phones at the gym, and also people who just work out for 10 minutes at the gym and then they gave up. So the point I want to address over here is that you don't necessarily work out once you're at the gym. It's actually the point of if you can keep workouts and work out regularly, as well as keeping a good life habit and eat clean. Salmon is actually really good for you. It's good for the eyes, it has a low fat, and it's not expensive. Today, I'm going to show you a really fast recipe of miso salmon, which is also very delicious. It doesn't really matter if you don't marinate for too long. When I'm busy, I only marinate for a little short while. And by the same time, I prepare some vegetables. I used to have no veggies within my diet, and there was one day I love veggies all of a sudden. It taught me a lesson that people's preference actually change over time. I found I became lighter within my body after I started to eat veggies. And if you are trying to lose your weight, you definitely should eat veggies most out of the day. It adds in a beautiful aroma if you put some coconut oil on veggies before putting them into the oven, and it's totally optional for the powders. For this time, I put some cinnamon and paprika, as they're going to add a kick of sweetness to my veggies, and they're great pairs for carrots and apples. I learned from a hard lesson to put foil paper or parchment papers on the plate, because they're really hard to wash afterwards if you don't. And for baking time, it varies. For me, it's 200 degrees for 28 minutes. Let us make a milkshake while waiting for the fish, as they're great help for you when you want to clean up your fish. I basically just put whatever I have, as long as they work out with each other. Okay, one tip over here is you never want to put yellow food and green food together, because you will then get a glass of brown milkshake. Ew. For this time, I put some orange jam that I made myself, which is kind of special. My happiest time over here is when I put everything together. And for food decorations, there's just one rule: fruits plus nuts plus granola, and some osmanthus for the spring. My fish is so tender and I loved it. Finally, some decorations and ornaments that depends on my mood as well. And for today's lunch, I added some sesame and dried oregano. Ta-da! Here comes my lunch. Nowadays, I barely order takeout food as I'm so used to my own cooking. And I love my own cooking. And it's become a way of myself to appreciate life. I don't really make the same dish day to day. And to this point, I learned a lot as well. And I loved it. As mentioned previously, I usually follow the YouTuber Pamela at home, and I tried out almost every single videos of hers, but I stopped some of them since they're not really for me. These ones are the ones that I practiced for so many times that I don't really remember how many times. It is really effective and I highly recommend. If I'm hungry after a workout, I usually get myself a bottle of protein shake. The brand that I bought is called My Protein. It's a relatively well-known brand. It has low sugar and it's very delicious. I try to do this in the sink just in case there's any unexpected spilling. Very delicious. Cereal is a good friend of mine as well because it's really fast, it's healthy, and it doesn't take too much of time of thinking, especially for in the morning. I don't necessarily have a special ratio between the milk and cereal. For this time, I put cinnamon and vanilla extract in the cereal. And yeah, again, I don't have a recipe. It's really based on my mood, and it's really hard to mess up. Just remember to constantly stir it. I added some meat floss and apple. It's actually really good. And also some homemade granola by myself. Finish! Yay! I hope this video can bring a little bit of inspirations to you, and I would really love if you could provide me some comments or something that you just will be interested to watch. And I will see you next week. Love you guys!